Also, that bill was in response to public outrage and stories of women being harmed because doctors were afraid to provide them care. Our Abby Owen, spoke with one of those women who still worries that bill doesn't go far enough.
What I went through and the trauma and the harm that I went through was completely unnecessary.
Amanda Zarowski says she was just living her life and never planned for her private pain to become public.
This is just filled with some of the things that we had started.
But she shared her story in a campaign ad last year, saying confusion over Texas's near total abortion ban and fear of prosecution in the medical community deprived her of care when she miscarried in 2022. The infection that followed very nearly killed her.
It was entirely avoidable. Fortunately, I didn't die. But you're right, I have permanent damage to my reproductive organs, which will compromise my ability to carry children in the future.
Zarowski says she and other advocates have been working with lawmakers on the language in Senate Bill 31 called the Life of the Mother Act. Although the bill has bipartisan support, it does not restore abortion access, nor does it expand the exceptions. Instead, the bill aims to clarify when a doctor can terminate a pregnancy under existing law without facing the threat of fines or a lengthy prison sentence.
My thoughts on this bill are that it's a step to nowhere.
Molly Duane is a senior attorney with the Center for Reproductive Rights.
I think that my clients in Zarowski versus Texas and Kate Cox's case put a lot of pressure on legislators in Texas to do something. And so they did something, but I still don't know what that something is.
Are you concerned that the public who may not be watching as closely, who will not be listening as closely, will go away from this saying, oh, okay, everything's fine now, they fixed it?
I'm very concerned that the public will take from this that the problem is fixed. And I hope that I'm proved wrong, but think of how you would feel if you had an ectopic pregnancy and arrived in the emergency room later this week, or if your water broke prematurely. What's going to happen to those patients? I still don't know, and I haven't heard a single doctor, a single lobbyist, or a single legislator explain to me what, practically speaking, is going to happen to that patient. And that is truly the grave injustice here.
In speaking with a lot of physicians in the state of Texas, what I'm hearing is that they don't feel like it gives them more protection. So while I am hopeful, I am skeptical, and I do hope that this saves at least even just one life, right? That would be amazing. But I do still think that there's a lot of work to do.
In Dallas, Robbie Owens, CBS News, Texas.